Mike's been hearing a ton about CBD. Some people are telling him it's changed their life. Now he's wondering if he should try it. He's lucky because he has friends he trusts who found a really good CBD product they recommend.
Yo, what is up, you guys? It's the Michael Myers hitting you guys with a late night live stream. Halloween chillin. We're on in the last few hours of the 31st. Unfortunately, Mackie Cas Mackie Castaneda. What's up, man? Happy Halloween. I know for some of you guys it might be the next day already, but it's about 10 p.m. over here, 11 p.m. Where's my phone? Yeah, man, decided to do a quick live. Like I said, it is kind of late. Uh, it is Friday, which was pretty cool. You know, it's pretty cool. Halloween landed on the weekend on the Friday. Uh, Definitely, you know, gives people more opportunities to, you could say, stay up a little bit later. But I mean, for me, man, it was kind of a bummer since I didn't really have as much planned. Uh, the fact that Halloween landing on a Friday didn't really do much, but like I said, it's really cool because, um, like I said, it just gives usually from what I recall, Halloween always lands like on a school day, on a weekday. But but yeah, man, happy Halloween. Hope you guys had a good one, man. Let me know what you guys did today. I've been home. You know, I worked earlier today. Uh, and I just been home, man, watching some films. Been having the AMC Fear Fest. Think I'm watching Halloween 5 right now. I did watch some Friday movies as well earlier. Pretty cool. They had like Friday the 13th marathon alongside with the Halloween marathon. I'm so sorry, I get. No problem, Mackie. Hope you get that. Hope you get that resolved, man. Hope you get the. Hope Halloween wasn't the worst for you, Mackie. Hope you ended up. You know, you ended the Halloween night on a good note. Uh, Yo, Johnny, what's up, man? I love the new Scream trailer. Yeah, Johnny, I did do a little reaction on it, like my thoughts on it. Uh, you know, yesterday when the trailer came out, man. It's great timing. It was great timing, especially for Halloween and for them to come out with the trailer, man. And like I said, Scream 7 is a really highly anticipated movie, man. Uh, so it's definitely I think it was great timing, man. Ever since yesterday, I've been seeing nothing but the new Scream 7 trailer. People excited about it. I'm really looking forward to it, dude. Even though, like I said, based on the trailer, you kind of do pick up some things here and there. But honestly, man, I think it's better to just go open mind, clear mind, and like I said, especially when it comes to Scream, I think all the updates are kind of burned out, man. Because I know a lot of people, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with people doing their speculations online on videos. It's always fun doing that, speculations, discussions, and stuff like that. But it had gotten to a point, you know, where it was just all over, you know, all the time, you know, update here and there. You don't really, not, it was mostly speculation. Nothing was really like a real update. Just people speculation, man. So, you know, the updates were kind of already getting burned out. But like I said, dude, I think the time has come. You know, the time has come. We got the trailer now. From this point on, we're looking at this new Scream 7 thing based on facts. You know, no more speculation. Obviously, you know, the fans are, you know, they're gonna do their speculations. You know, like I said, it's always fun doing that. Nothing wrong with that. But you know, you could, like predictions of this new Scream 7 movie. But like I said, man, I'd rather just keep an open mind and really just wait. You know, it doesn't really have me excited like that. Like for example, like when Scream 5 came out, uh, that's a different story. You know, because when Scream 5 came out, it was our first Scream movie in a long time. But since we're already 2 movies deep into this new Scream world, we kind of already know what to we know what we're gonna get, you know. And like I said on my little reaction video, based on the little trailer we got, it definitely reminds me a lot of the previous 2 movies. Just the whole style of it definitely feels like it's taking place in the same, you know, in the same world. And like I said, I really hope, man, they got some more in store for us and really really surprises, dude. Really surprises because, like I said, I think Scream 7 is a really you can't really compare it to the previous 2 because Scream 7 is supposed to be like the, I wouldn't say the ultimate reveal, but you know, it's gonna go back to his basics, you know, as far as like the whole Stumacher thing, right? So the true OG fans of the OG film, the excitement is real because hey, we are getting the OG Ghostface back. So it's a real deal, you know. The excitement is real for sure. So not taking away, you know, nothing from you know what's already the fact, right? But we're just gonna have to see it, how it plays out, man. Uh, Mackie, hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're able to. It happens, dude. It happens. You know. But definitely always gotta keep in good spirits, man. Uh, you know, be positive all the time for sure. I get you, Mackie. Yeah, we all have our times, man, where we're broken, we're you know, we have nothing to turn to. But eventually, man, you know, those hard times is what really molds you, what really makes you. So gotta keep strong, man, and look forward on to the next day. I'm from Philippines and Manila. That's awesome, man. Mackie from the Philippines. Great to see some people tuned in, man, from all the way to Philippines. That's dope, man. Shout out to the Philippines. Yeah, for sure, Johnny. Yeah, so I really try to, you know, January. When does it come out? January, right, or February? Uh, it's gonna come like this. So next thing you know, we're gonna be watching Scream 7, and everything's gonna be revealed on our lap. And like I said, dude, I really hope they have more in store for us than what we're predicting and what we think we're gonna get. You know, even though that might not be the case, they don't really do that. You know, where they pull a trick out of their sleeve. You know, but but yeah, definitely Scream 7. I heard they're even gonna make a Scream 8. You know, because regardless, dude, um, Scream 7 is gonna make money. It's gonna be a success, whether it's a poorly written movie, it's a shitty movie. It's gonna make its money for sure. And I know there was like a lot of like controversy, a lot of behind the scenes stuff when it came to this Scream 7 movie. They already had it on lock. They already had it on lock. Like I've always said, every time we talk about Scream 7, man, I would love to see the original Scream 7 that was intended with Melissa Barrera's character and Jenna Ortega's character, because they carried on. They carried on the last two movies pretty good. I mean, without them, what else do you got? Other than, of course, the legacy characters, right? So yeah, for sure, it was Nev Campbell definitely had to step in for the seventh movie. And you know what? I mentioned when I did my reaction, my thoughts on the Scream 7 trailer, and we were talking a little bit about Scream 6 and Scream 5. I think I mentioned that Sydney was in Scream 6, which I totally forget, dude. Yeah, she's not in Scream 6. I only seen it like 2 times, dude. 2-3 times, Scream 6. Uh, but yeah, I do forget she's not in it, man. And like I said, I wouldn't say she was needed. I think obviously her character was most likely written for Scream 6, but all the behind the scenes stuff, right? Nev Campbell was. I think she also came out recently. With, I guess she's doing press promo for Scream 7. I saw like a little clip, man, like a little interview. She definitely had to put her foot down and ask what she deserves, man, because like she said in that interview, she's been carrying on the series for since '96, so she deserves every whatever she asks for. I mean, I don't I don't see like a crazy. I really don't think she's asking for like a crazy amount of money. It's not like she's like a big ass celebrity, right? Um, but I think it's just to be fair, and I think those were the issues when it came to Scream 6. Why she wasn't in Scream 6 because of the whole payment. And now with Melissa and Jenna out of the picture, man, they had to compensate her. They definitely had to, because where else can they go? Where else can they go without Jenna and Melissa? Because like I said, I think they carried on the previous two really good. Yeah. So they definitely. I bet they've been going through the twists and turns, man, when it comes to the Scream 7, especially 7, because everything fell on everyone's lap when it came to 7. Uh, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Melissa's out, Jenna's out. So there was some twists and turns for sure. Thank you for sure, Mackie. Yeah, no problem, man. I know sometimes it gets tough, man. We all have tough times, but we gotta keep it pushing. Al Bundy, what's up, man? Happy Halloween. Yeah, man, it looks promising. Like I said, the trailer did its job. you know, so I really can't wait to see what they got in store for us, man. By the way, if you guys have not seen my latest costume tests, I have dropped 3 this week. Today I dropped the Rob Zombie Michael Myers costume test. Really like how it came out, man. That's one that I've been trying to put together for a few years now, man. I think ever since Tots came out with the mask, once they came out with that mask, it was like a no-brainer. We gotta do a cosplay for it, man. And barely 2 years after, finally have it out. Halloween 6, The Curse of Myers is another one I was also working on for a while. I was supposed to release it on Monday for Michael Myers Monday, man, but ended up getting backtracked a little bit, so I ended up dropping it on yesterday. So two costume tests back to back, man. Um, and I know a lot of people, really look forward to the Myers costume tests because the few that I've done prior, I done a Jason, I did the 2010 Freddy, which is doing really good. I'm surprised that one, the views are going up on that one, man. I really I wouldn't have thought, man. Of course, the 2010 remake Freddy isn't a fan favorite at all, but I don't know, dude. For me, honestly, the more time goes on, the more I appreciate those 2000 remakes, man. And you know what? I was gonna do a video. I don't know, maybe a live, maybe a video, strictly discussing the 2000s horror remakes, Platinum Dooms. I know there was a few that were in Platinum Dooms, like the Halloween remakes. They were in Platinum Dooms, but I still want to cover them in one video, man, because 15 years later, man, I think those movies they're still crap. They still have their issues. 2010, Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 being the biggest one. But dude, something about them, dude. As shitty as they are, they're just they're watchable for me. I don't know if it's because I grew up with them. Of course, in the 2000s, I grew up with those movies, man. Uh, when they had just I was just a kid. They had just were coming out. I was buying the bootlegs, and at the same time, I was getting introduced to horror. So you could say I was introduced to horror with the remakes on board as well. So that's why I never, like I said, as flawed as some of those remakes are, they get a pass for me, man, because that's the decade I grew up with, man. And like I said, as crappy as you know those remakes are, dude, they're always watchable. And you know what? This is a perfect example. I was actually gonna do a ranking. I'm gonna be re-ranking the Halloween franchise. I have them all right here. Uh, it might be like a short video. I have ranked them in the past, but this is my updated ranking. Uh, it's changed a lot. I'm gonna be going back and ranking a lot of franchises because my rankings always change with each viewing. So when it comes to the Halloween franchise, the ranking is way different than the last one I ever did, which was probably years ago. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be doing because I had a lot more videos planned for the month of October, man. I really didn't. I wanted to upload more. Like there was more ideas. I wanted to, do videos on, a few rankings, a few reviews, more top fives, top tens, and all that good stuff. But I kind of got backtracked a little bit. I was focusing mostly on the costume tests, so I wasn't really able to complete some of those other videos. But they're still gonna be coming regardless, man. Even though October, it's a wrap for October. We're gonna keep the content coming. We're gonna keep the content pushing. Got a few more top five videos coming up in the next few weeks, man. Like I said, now that I got these main costume tests that I was working on for the month, I'm gonna be focusing on some of those videos, man. So definitely stay tuned. Like I said, a re-ranking of the Halloween franchise. It might be a short video. Don't really want to do like a full detailed video, but definitely look forward to that. Stay tuned for that. Well, check it out. I got the Rob Zombie remakes right here. I know this is considered like one of the worst ones in the franchise, dude, but I really dig this one more than this one. I don't know if it's because I've seen this one too much. I still dislike the whole backstory, all that crap. These movies are Rob Zombied out, without a doubt, no question about it. They're all Rob. More this one, because this is a reimagining of the original '78. So they had a template to base the remake on, but this is, you know, a whole different thing, man. Which, you gotta give it up to Rob Zombie, man. It's not like he could have easily copied, the original 81 Halloween 2, based it in the hospital, but he did his own thing, man. And like I said, as shitty as some of this shit is, as much as some of this shit does not feel like Halloween at all, this one's more watchable than the 2007 one. You guys are gonna see. I think this one's high. This one a little bit more higher on my list. Uh, I don't know what it is, dude. It's crazy, dude. It's funny too. The way they also shift the Loomis character into this, greedy, you know, publishing books, trying to make a profit, all that. It's a solid twist, but it is a really flawed movie. Uh, we got Michael talking at the end. All this crap, dude. The Hobo Myers, which it's okay. The whole Hobo Myers. I never hated it, even though it is a dumb idea. It's a dumb concept. Like, why would you? Especially at the point where he has like the ripped mask, half of the mask ripped, and the beard. Like, might as well take the whole freaking mask off. But I've never, the Hobo Myers. I never really had a problem with it. As a matter of fact, dude, I want to put a Hobo Myers cosplay together. It is quite challenging. I have done one in the past, but I was still a kid, so it was just like random clothes I had laying around. Nothing was like really accurate or anything like that. Now I take the cosplays more serious. I be trying to go after some of the actual pieces of clothing that were actually used for some of these characters, right? But I don't, nothing too crazy though. I always keep it on the budget. I know, like I said, it's really cool and fun to go after like actual brands and actual pieces of clothing that were actually used for productions. But they could be kind of pricey. Price always varies, right? But every once in a while you could get lucky. It's all about browsing and searching. But yeah, definitely I'm gonna be doing this dream sequence costume test. Ever since I wrapped up the 2007 costume test, I'm itching to do the dream sequence, dude. I really can't wait. I'm gonna have to stain up the coveralls, man, with blood. Got the Rob Zombie Halloween 2 mask. Where is it? It's right here. I don't know, dude. Something I really wanna try to rehaul it a little bit, add some more blood, cause it really, the paint job isn't the greatest on my copy, but at the same time, I am kind of hesitant, because I know just a few weeks ago, man, I haired the economy mask there, dude, and I really did not know what I was doing, dude. It was just spur of the moment, but it turned out pretty solid, man. Like, I was impressed, so got the economy. I have it as a Halloween 2 mask, but maybe, but if not, it's not the biggest deal. I probably won't even. I'll probably just move on with the costume test and leave the mask as is. But yeah, definitely got to work on the coveralls, add some blood stains to it. Of course, the dream sequence, the beginning of this movie. Costume test to that, and then maybe after that, I might do a Hobo Myers cosplay. Maybe, like I said, it is kind of complicated. There's like different pieces of like clothing he wears. He has like a he has like a camo vest on top of it, then a jacket, and then he has like a flannel. It's crazy, But yeah. But the costume tests, the cosplays are not gonna stop, dude. They're gonna be continuing. I have at least two more. Maybe my next two custom tests might be updates to some that I've done before. And I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to do that. Just like with the Halloween 6 one I dropped yesterday, that was an updated version 2. Um, the very first H6 custom test I did was back in like 2018 or something, when I barely got the mask. And at that time I only had the blue coveralls. Um, but then of course with time I ended up getting the gray ones, which are accurate to the Halloween 6. So once the updates start coming up about, that means they have been improved from the previous version. For example, one update that I might be working on next is the Jason Goes to Hell. I've done it's gonna be my third version of the Jason Goes to Hell, and I really want to get into that one because I want to test it out with the Tots Jason Goes to Hell, um, and the clothing. I think I might start from scratch. Um, so yeah. So other than of course, I'm gonna be getting into some new custom tests, like for example, the remake of Jason. That's one that I'm trying to put together at the moment. Uh, a few more Jasons I'm gonna try to do. Um, Another one I definitely want to get. I want to do an updated Halloween 4. Get some coveralls accurate to the Halloween 4. So it's gonna, it's definitely a working process. I definitely wanna. That's like my main thing. I'm like, I kind of dedicate myself is the costume tests. They're just fun, dude. They're just fun, and sometimes they come out better than you expect it to be. Like I remember in the beginning, I wasn't really sold. I really wasn't, you know, uh, fully sure about the Rob Zombie cosplay because of the Trick or Treat Studios mask. I just think it wasn't as detailed. It wasn't as gritty looking as his mask is in the Rob Zombie movie. So I felt it was gonna feel kind of off because of that. But no, I actually liked how it came out. I really like some shots in the costume tests came out pretty good, man. And like I said, man, when it comes to the shape, when it comes to Michael Myers, it all depends the angle, the lighting, So it's fun, dude. It's definitely fun. Of course, the costume tests take time, but at the end, it's definitely worth it. So I can't wait to get back into that. Continue with the next project. Um, and I've been so focused on the cosplays, the costume tests, that I kind of forgot about a horror collection update. We are really close, guys. Believe it or not. I know that I know that's something I try to always try to get into, man. Try to get out for you guys is a collection update because that's one of the main things that a lot of the subscribers are looking forward to, man. Especially since my last collection update, this damn collection has grown. So we are really close to a collection update. Um, I'm already on board. I don't know if you guys noticed. Probably not. I already know how it's gonna be laid out. So pretty much all I gotta do is I used to have more stuff like on the floor. Now I only have a little bit. Pick some stuff up, and that's about it, dude. Oh, and some DVDs. I got a mess of DVDs. I have too much DVDs, dude. But other than that, dude, I really am digging like the masks, the little display pieces. Got Pennywise right here. Yeah, man, for sure. I'm actually that's my latest one, Saw Pig. So yeah, it's definitely coming to fruition, man. But hope you guys had a good Halloween, man, for sure. Like I said, it is a bummer. October goes by really fast, man. But you guys already know what's up. It's Halloween all damn year long here in the channel. Uh, for sure, Al Bundy. Yeah, that's definitely a real popular, not a popular theory, but it's a popular it's a popular take. Yes, because I mean, if you look at House of a Thousand Corpses, dude, Rob Zombie's debut movie, that's a Texas Chainsaw inspired movie. So for sure, without a question, there's no question about it. There's no question about Rob Zombie nailing a Texas Chainsaw remake. Do I see it happening? I really don't. I don't even think Rob Zombie is doing like his own stuff. So I highly doubt he'll get into another remake. But yeah, like I said, it's a real popular that's a real popular within the community, within the fans, the genre is Rob Zombie taking on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Who knows? I mean, Rob Zombie, since this is right up his alley, he could probably save the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Um, I know his latest films weren't the greatest, like Three from Hell. Uh, but hey, dude, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series is like, it's like down in the dirt, where Netflix left it. Um, so who knows? Maybe Rob Zombie could have saved it. You know, especially heavyweight like Rob Zombie, man. You like him or hate him, he's still gonna, I think the support's always gonna be there, man, because like I said, he's a heavyweight, and so if it were to happen, the support's gonna be there for sure. Like I said, either you love him or hate him, it's still, he's still. I feel like he would definitely stand top. But honestly, I don't think at this point it's not something I don't think he'll be looking into. Like I don't even think he wanted to do the Halloween remake, to be honest. But Johnny, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you watching the costume test Halloween 6. Yeah, the Halloween 6 one, I really dig that one too. Something about Halloween 6, dude. It skyrocketed. You guys are gonna see in my re-ranking of the Halloween franchise. Halloween 6 was my worst one. I think when I ranked it years ago, I think Halloween 6 was the worst one. And I think I ranked it before, the Blumhouse movies. I think 2018 was probably out only, but Halloween 6 has skyrocketed for me. Still don't care for the Thorn. It's a poorly written movie. All that nonsense, the Thorn, the Cole, other than them trying to explain Michael's evil, right? But all the nonsense of Michael having Jamie's baby, all that is nonsense, man. But I will say Halloween 6 had balls, dude. It had balls because it is it probably is the darkest from the whole franchise, dude. Scariest Halloween of them all. Most posters of Halloween 6, their marketing was always, the scariest of them all, which is obviously a marketing strategy. Anyone who's coming out with a new movie is gonna try to. They're always gonna add, certain titles. But I think for this one, it definitely the scariest Halloween of them all. It definitely holds weight, and it definitely Like they didn't just put this for no reason. Like mostly everyone does with their crappy movies. You know, they title them the scariest movie since The Exorcist and all this crap. You guys know what I mean? The scariest of them all, like this, right? But like I said, I think this one really holds up because this is quite a dark movie. Like I said, Michael, he's more pissed off in this one. You know, despite the whole Thorn thing, which kind of you could say made it more dark. Like I said, this movie had balls, dude. They were doing shit, you know, that you could say nowadays people are barely comprehending, you know. And back in '95, dude, kind of ahead of his time. But like I said, dude, obviously, you know, when it comes to scary wise, you really, when it comes to scary, I don't think nothing could beat the original. But there was always like some kind of charm with the original Halloween movies, you know, Halloween 2, 4, 5, those early Halloween films. Something about them. It's like a nice charm, you could say, nostalgia, right? Like I said, this one probably wins as far as scary because this was the first one. It was the original piece. Uh, but like I said, they all kind of have a charm to them, and maybe because we're all attracted to them, we're all used to them. But I think this one comes right behind, dude. You know, I think like the whole charm and everything, you know, uh, it's like gone in this one. You know, like in you know the early films, you always felt like a good vibe whenever you know you see the Haddonfield scenario. You know, the fall. You know, the intro of Halloween 4, perfect example. Like the vibes, it sets it off right. You know, it starts off right on board. You know, and the way this one starts, dude, is just a whole nother shit. So I've grown to like this one. Like I said, this one was my worst one simply because of the whole Thorn thing. You know, I always thought that was stupid. Like I said, you don't need explanation to Myers, and I think that's why the character has been watered down throughout the years, man. Because all this explanation, like I think, dude, out of all the horror characters, you could say Michael's the more exploited one. He's the one that they try to explain more out of all of them. You know, Halloween 6, they try to explain the whole cult. Uh, then of course the Rob Zombie, his childhood and all that shit. Uh, so I think that's what kind of made, you know, throughout the years, kind of watered down the character, man. Not just water it down, but because you know Michael Myers is always bouncing back. You know, either it's James Jude Courtney, he came to kick some ass. Um, um, but regardless, you know, I don't think people see Michael as scary as he once was. At least you could say at this point, you know, um, before all these movies try to explain his backstory. And when you compare it to like Jason, I mean, in the Nightmare remake, they kind of explained a little bit, you know, Freddy Krueger and stuff. The whole, you know, child molester stuff. I think they even try to. The original intent for the remake was to like have Fred Krueger, you know, he was like I guess innocent of the crimes, you know, but they had to switch that up, and you know, like and also in Friday, man, Friday, Jason in the remake, he was a beast, you know, he was a badass. So they've definitely you know, even also Leatherface. Why not forget Leatherface in the remakes? He was, you know, he was a badass dude. You know, so I feel like out of all of them, Michael's the more they try to do explaining with, man. You know, which is unfortunate, dude. But like I said, we always have these early movies, man, that really, you could say, captures that, first feeling of, how do you call it, suspense and dark before everything got exploited. And like I said, Halloween 6 is a good example, man. So I'm gonna rewatch it. I'm gonna rewatch it tonight. I really can't wait. But yeah, man, 40 minutes on here, that's crazy. I didn't feel it. I know it's kind of late, but I mean, man, decided to just stop on here, man. Ending the Halloween night. It was, like I said, man, it was kind of a bummer. I kind of wanted to like do a little bit more, but I can't complain. I was just chilling at the house, man. I didn't, I intended to like get suited up. I was thinking of going as the Halloween 6, Michael, probably go through the neighborhood, scare people, scare kids, take some pictures. But I don't know, dude. I just spend it inside, and it's all good. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Appreciate you guys checking out the costume test as well. If you guys haven't, go check it out for sure. Johnny, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, Johnny, I know you definitely been one of those that have been on here for a while. So a lot of you guys are familiar with how my collection started. It really wasn't until I will say the past few years, man, where it really started growing. But it's still it's still under control. Like I don't feel I'm overstuffed. I don't feel I have too much. I have enough, and eventually I guess that was the goal. I guess that was the goal, to grow out the collection, yeah, I mean, I always, every time I'm eyeing a new piece, trying to get my hands on something, I always try to, pre-plan it, save up some money, and try to, make it happen. And it's a great hobby. I know some people do give up. Like I've seen a lot of like YouTubers, come and go. And it's the nature. It's the nature of it. But I guess people, it kind of they just, the interest kind of falls apart, and I get that. you know uh People lose interest. People lose interest in certain hobbies. And for me, I wouldn't say I never lost interest, but I've like I said, I've always had like control. I've always uh, uh, uh like there's times where I don't buy jack shit, or I don't, just that's pretty much the main reason why I've lagged it on the horror collection update, because whenever I did it the last one years ago, um I wouldn't say I lost interest, but I wasn't as fully invested and as fully interested as I am right now. I have been for the past few months, moving stuff around, and so it's not that you really lose interest, but you know there's just the right time for this kind of stuff. Like I said, some people drop it, some people lose interest, don't really, just move on to new hobbies. Like I said, which is the nature of it. But for me, if for me, it's never, I might spend time, you know not even bothering trying to, uh, uh, you know mess with the collection and stuff like that. Like I said, timing is quite consuming, man. But I think the passion is always there. It's always there, so you know it's definitely been a ride. It's definitely been a ride. And I always trip, man. I never look at like my older videos, but it's a trip, uh, how I started, you know, with very little. Um, as far as, you know, the collection, very little, and just watching it grow, dude. Like, it's kind of a trip. Oh, Johnny, that's dope. That's dope. H2O on the big screen. I bet, man. You know, I feel like, especially the late '90s was still a pretty good time, you could say, for cinema. Um, so that must have been a great experience, man. You know, watching, you know, these older classic movies for the very first time. I just think the excitement was just real. It was just more surreal than you could say now, especially with, you know, streaming and all that. You know, cinema's not really the same neither. Whenever a movie comes out, uh, you know, of course, the excitement is there, but we don't really see as much, you know, dedication, marketing, passion like it once was, you know. And I'm glad I kind of was able to experience a little bit of that. You could say like in the 2000s, you know, 2000 was still a great time for like, you know, they were still market movies pretty damn good. Uh, but now, you know, now the only way they market their movies is social media. You know, it's all in the palm of our hands. Back then, there was more thought into, like I said, something simple as marketing. You know, so it's definitely, you know, we're in different times when it comes to cinema for sure. The alien mask, yeah, man, that CGI. I could only imagine watching that for the first time. I definitely would have been thrown off. That's one thing too, man. I was, you know, kind of was gonna touch a little bit on because, you know, gonna be re-ranking the Halloween franchise. Not a fully depth into each movie, just the basics of my updated ranking. But that's one thing about H2O. When I got to H2O, uh, every time, you know, H2O comes to mind, I cross paths with Halloween H2O. The main thing that always sticks out to me is the the you know, the change of mask, variations of the mask. It's just crazy. Like, how could you not have a mask locked and loaded? You know, but shit happens. You know, heck, a lot of movies, even back then, '80s, '90s, uh, a lot of films, you know, and maybe now still to this day, they start production without, you know, a complete script, which could be a bad idea. But like I said, back then, people depended on the success on the franchise. So you could say they didn't really have nothing to lose, uh, other than like you know, lazy, uh, 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 lazy, you know, the screen writing, you know, weak screenplay, right? Uh, but yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, for sure. Halloween H2O is a fun movie. That was the perfect ending right there, man. Halloween Resurrection. I don't think I'm gonna mention it right now, but yeah, maybe till you guys will find out in my re-ranking of the franchise. I can't stand the Resurrection, dude. I really can't. Uh, but yeah, that H2O ending was great. I could only imagine, man, that ending, Johnny, watching it for the first time on the big screen, you know, and out of nowhere, Laurie chops his head off with the theme song playing. That must have been a badass, surreal moment, man. You know, I'm pretty sure people clap pretty, you know, back then people still clap at movies, you know. Uh, but that must have been a moment, Johnny, and I'm pretty sure, you know, that ending scene was, you know, a moment that stuck onto you for sure, as far as, you know, movie theater experiences. We all have some of those, right? John Kramer rules. What's up, man? Halloween, man. Happy Halloween. I know it's late. What time is it? It's literally like 11 or 12 already here. I had a chill day, dude. Like I said, I was kind of bummed out earlier because I didn't do much, man. I just stayed home watching films, but it's all good, man. It's definitely all good. It's not like I had major plans. Uh, my biggest idea was just to run around the neighborhood, scare people, but I wouldn't say I wasn't feeling it, but I don't know if I was just feeling lazy, dude. I did work earlier as well, so I was just at the comfort at my home, man, but other than that, dude, Halloween's always good, because spirits are here, spirits are always alive, and yeah, it was a good one. It was a good month. I will say it was a better month than some of the, you could say some of the previous ones. Like I said, time is too consuming. You know, we get busy here and there. Like I said, I intended for more videos during the month of October, but since I was so focused and dedicated myself to the costume test that I just released, I kind of had forgot to finish some of these other videos I had, but they're still gonna be coming, man. Definitely look forward to it in the next few weeks. More top fives, rankings. Like I said, I'm gonna re-rank the Halloween franchise. I've been drinking pumpkin beers. That sounds dope. That sounds dope, John Kramer. So something simple but really effective, man. Same here. I had me a burger earlier. Uh, it was a while since I ate like a burger. And I just said to myself, dude, why not? It's Friday. And the moment just felt natural. So same here. I've been watching the AMC Fear Fest. Friday marathon was on earlier. Running down the Halloween marathon right now. But this year they don't have. It only goes up to 1 through 5, and then the remake, the Rob Zombie remake. They don't have 6 H2O. Last year, I do remember AMC was showing H2O, Halloween 6, even Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and Resurrection. But like I said, dude, it all has to do with the licensing, the rights and all that, so I'm pretty sure that varies, that changes every year. For example, starting with Halloween 6, it's Miramax, right? It's Dimension Films. So that's kind of its own entity. That's kind of its own right holders, I guess. So from the outside looking in, I guess they weren't able to secure the rights from Miramax or Dimension Films, whatever the case is. But hey, we still got the original 5 movies, so that's pretty cool. Relentless 3735. Happy Halloween. Appreciate you as well. Hope all you guys had a great Halloween, man. Did you guys dress up? What did you guys dress up as?
This sweater?
But yeah, you know what? Earlier, I thought it was just me. That was being, indoors today. But talking to a few people, man, talking to a few friends, I guess a lot of people, spend it indoors today for Halloween. Like I said, I thought it was the only one. And like I said, I've kind of expected more action going on, more movement, because it's Friday. And, it's not like, it's not like I would be going to like any Halloween parties, but I was expecting a lot more, but I guess everyone, is at the comfort of their own home, man, which is great. Like I said, nothing, wrong, nothing bad about that at all, but like I said, all that matters. It was a great day, great month, and yeah, I really had a good month this year, this October, October 2025. I was able to do a little bit more, you know, a little bit more. Like I said, costume tests were like my main task. Uh, cheer at the end when she chopped his head off, his head rolled. I bet Johnny, I bet everyone was shocked. I'm pretty sure that was a shocker moment, dude. Yeah, like I said, moments like that, I feel like really stick on, you know, with movie theater experiences. And like I said, back in the late '90s was a whole different world. You know, no one really had phones like that, at least smartphones. So people were more passionate about, you know, films and all that. You know, which is great. You know, especially with a full audience. You know, in the theater, kind of makes it a better experience. Kind of. It depends. You know, some people could be kind of lousy, but I've been anticipating
Do that good and loud. I'll be out here.
to Eli Roth Thanksgiving and Christmas time, bro. Yeah, John Kramer. You know what? It's always like that every year. Yeah, we always look forward to October. You know, every once in a while, you know, throughout the year, in the middle of the year, you know, we bring out like the count, the count how many days for Halloween, and you know, just in an instinct like this, dude, it comes about, you know, comes and goes. Like I said, it's unfortunate, dude, but at least, like you said, at least we're getting to Thanksgiving time, Christmas time, which is not my favorite, to be honest. Uh, from now on, yeah, man, it's gonna be nothing but Christmas stuff, you know, everywhere. And they usually start. They like even stores. They always before Halloween, you know, uh, they're already with their Christmas shit. Christmas is cool. The holiday is cool. It's chill, right? Who doesn't like Christmas? But to me, man, I've never. I feel like a lot of shit always happens to me, like ending of the year. You know, December, especially. You know, and it's a trip because I was born in December, uh, which really shouldn't be that way. But yeah, I always feel like every December, every you know tail end of you know each year, there's always shit going on. You know, for me at least. But like I said, the whole holiday Christmas stuff, I guess it's there. You know, but yeah, only if it could be fall throughout the whole year. Yeah, John Kramer for sure. You know, Halloween parties, man. I feel like they're not even. Yeah, they're fun, but they're not really. I feel like, do people still even throw them? At least here in where I live, dude, there is parties going on without a doubt. Like if I really go and look it up and research like deeply, I'm gonna find something. But of course, you know, it's like you could say those kind of underground kind of parties. You know, a little bit more. I wouldn't say more extreme, but a little bit more.
This is Charlie. What's going on?
I don't know, dude. I just feel parties are so different now. Like, not even just a Halloween party, like any kind of party. Like, they're just different, dude. And I haven't been in a Halloween party in a long ass time. Uh, you know, in years. So I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a different scene now. It's a different scene. You know, if I were to step into a Halloween party today, uh, would it be really what I'm expecting it to be? Who really does know? I mean, I know, like I said, Halloween horror genre has grown so big now that you know even people who are not fans of the horror genre are really into you know the holiday for dressing up. Of course, it's always fun. So there's people like that for sure. You know, that's part of the norm. Like I do see that here. You know, people really passionate about you know, dressing up still and going out, I guess. But as far as like parties, like I remember back then, dude, there would be like costume contests. You know, I just feel like I said, I haven't been in a Halloween party in a long ass time, dude. I just feel the parties now are just to get, like I said, you got your nice handful of people that are passionate about dressing up, and that's what the party is about. But I feel like the parties, man. I feel like people just be partying just to like get drunk, you know, get fucked up, which obviously, you know, comes handy in parties, right? But like I said, I think it's not it's more that now. I think, you know, like I said, from the outside looking in, haven't been to Halloween party in a long time, dude. But that's how I imagine it now, you know. But who knows, dude? Like I said, we definitely got to dig deep, especially here in LA, dude. There's like a lot of, you could say, like underground kind of things. Kind of skeptic as well, you know, because yeah, you know, I really wouldn't go to like someone's party. I don't know, right? You know, I don't know. Would you guys go to a party? You know, obviously, since it's a Halloween party, you might not even think about it. You know, you know, the excitement is there. We're gonna show up, right? But would you guys show up to a Halloween party that you don't even know who's running it? It's just like a public event or something like that, you know? I don't know. It's strange, you know? But yeah, Halloween parties were more fun. They seemed more fun at one point, but now that fun is kind of gone, kind of, you know? Like I said, people are still passionate about dressing up and all that. Heck, adults are still dressing up, you know. They still do the whole couples stuff here and there. Yesterday, man, I was coming home. I passed by like a little, I think it was like a bar or like a restaurant, and there was like a group of people, like a group of friends, I guess. They were dressed up as, you know, the Scooby-Doo gang. So we do see that, you know. Like I said, people still take pride in, I guess, dressing up. Oh yeah, man, Rob Zombie, yeah, a lot of classic work, man. Wise, even going back to Wise Zombie, from his earlier days, but yeah, man, a lot of classic, you know, albums, a lot of classic records. Rob Zombie, you know, it definitely, you could say established. It definitely helped his career, music career, helped out his film career, for sure. John Kramer, yeah, it really is, dude. Christmas, yeah. Go back to, you know, spending and all this, right? You know, yeah, I really don't even want to think about it. And you know, before Christmas we got Thanksgiving, which could be, you know, more money spending for sure, but it is what it is, dude. You know, I wouldn't really complain. But it's definitely December. You know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, not my favorite at all from the year. You know, I prefer summer, to be honest, and I hate the heatness. I hate the sun, but I really do prefer the summer over like winter. You know, as much as I love the cold, dude, I love, you know, chilly weather, but I don't know, like stuff doesn't get hectic, but it's just, I don't know, it's just strange. It's just a strange ass time of the year, for sure. Halloween parties are 100% for getting drunk nowadays. Back then, people cared about the costumes and the vibe more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jigsaw rules, like I said, that's just, you know, my that's just how I picture it, you know. And like I said, there's nothing wrong. You could say, you know, getting drunk or whatever. Like I said, it comes in handy with parties. Yeah, you could say it adds some fun on top of it. But I think that's what people mostly focus on, you know, and I think that's why people mostly show up to any party, just to get high or drunk, you know. And like I said, you could say that's kind of the point of parties, but as far as Halloween party though, I remember it was, you know, a bit more fun. Definitely a bit more fun. other than, you know, people taking pride in their costumes, you know, decorating and stuff. There's some nice decorations here. People decorated their houses or whatever uh, around my area, but I feel like each year it's getting more. We're starting to see less and less. You know, it could also be too, man. It is kind of expensive, you know, to decorate. If you really, you know, we're living in expensive times, man. So ordinary, you know, working person really wouldn't spend their hard-earned money on, you could say, and decorations and stuff. Especially a lot of that stuff. Uh, especially, you know, when you talk about like stores like Spirit, all this stuff, right? It could get expensive, you know. But if the passion is in you, the Halloween spirit's in you, you're gonna make it happen, regardless. Regardless, with no decorations, regardless, you're on a budget, you're gonna make it happen, dude. And that was kind of the point, I feel, you know, of Halloween, kind of, not just Halloween parties, but, you know, making what you can out of what you have, you know. But like I said, man, we're in busy, fast-paced times we're living in, so at the same time, I do get it. I understand why people wouldn't go all out, dude, but nothing could tear us down. Nothing could stop us, fans, us. Because we're always going to be there, dude. It could be something simple, kicking back at home, popping in some films. That does it. That definitely does it. It's enough, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I do agree. I do agree, though, Jigsaw rules, or John Kramer rules about, you know, Halloween parties. Yeah, it just, like, even if I was invited, like, let's say someone I knew was, like, throwing a party or something, I probably would double think it, you know, because I'm really not a big party person, you know. I used to party a lot more back then, not as much, you know. Like, even sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, even some friends of mine, man, could, like, hit me up to, like, hang out. Something simple as hanging out, dude, I'd be double thinking it, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know if we grow older or whatever. But yeah, I'm really, like, I'm an outside person. Sometimes I hate being home, you know, when I'm home too much. That's why I'd rather, you know, stay busy and work and stuff like that. Like days like these, you know, it's been chill here at home, you know, watching Fear Fest, right, and feeling the spirits, right. But what's it called? But yeah, like yeah. So who knows, you know? If you know, if I were to be invited to a Halloween party, yeah, I'll probably double think it, you know, and probably, you know, I don't think I would be fully convinced on from the get go, you know. It gotta be worth it, you know. It definitely gotta be worth it. But yeah, it's crazy, you know. I just think times change, dude. You know, other than us growing older, I just think we're so, you know, you know, programmed, you could say, a certain way, that we kind of forget about, like, the fun, you know, that could be at, you know, Halloween party and all that, you know. But yeah, fast-pacing times we're living in, for sure. I'm just here literally thinking thinking of like Halloween parties, man. Like, I'm literally, like, thinking and imagining how, you know, because I'm pretty sure there's parties, there's parties. That's a fact. Something small and crap, you know, but people are out there, you know, having the time of their lives, for sure. But yeah, it's crazy. I was just imagining myself like just walking into like what the like yeah. Early 2026, I'm gonna do it. It's super expensive. John Kramer, is that the one that I think that's the one that they just came out, right? It's like a deluxe, the one that talks. I know they had like the regular one, the $200 one. It was like a foam one, and then there was another one, way more upgraded one. I think it comes in a box. I saw it at a Halloween store, or at a collectible store, um, but it was like all the way on the top. Um, so I didn't get like a close up look, but I've seen a few pictures on here, man, and it really it looks badass, dude. You know, it definitely looks badass. And yeah, I bet you it's gonna go for a lot of money, man, because you know, even their Chucky dolls, dude, 500, dude, like that's way too much, you know. But you know, if I were to spend the money, yeah, I'll probably spend it on a badass quality piece of like Billy rather than like Chucky, you know. But you know, of course, Chucky fans would instantly jump on a Chucky if they had the money, right? If money wasn't an issue, yeah, Chucky's a popular would be a popular item. But a fan like me, yeah, I'll if I had the money, I'll definitely spend it on a Billy, high quality Billy, man. Not too long ago, man, I was on eBay. I saw some. I don't know if they were screen used, but they were like the prototypes of like the mold from the Billy puppet. Uh, you know, like I wouldn't say not necessarily the screen used one, but at the mold, the prototype that was used for the movies. If I were to ever, you know, have a chance to own like a screen used, high quality end piece, I would love to own a Billy. Either it's a prototype, but I really want a high quality Billy the Puppet, man. I love Billy, man. I have my Paper Magic Group Billy over there in the box. As you know, retro looking as it is, you know, as you know, how do you call it? Obviously not 100% accurate, but I love that thing, you know. I love Saw, dude. I just love Saw overall, you know. It's definitely not a lot of people's favorite, man, but I'm definitely in that bunch of Saw fans, man. I just love that franchise. As shitty as most of the movies are, I just love it, you know. Johnny, mine lands on the 6th. Mine lands on the 6th, yeah, man. So we're, you know, in December. That's what's up, man. That's nice, you know. It's cool, you know. I really don't see like when it comes to like birthdays. It's not really like, to me. It's just another normal day, and you know, a lot of like relatives of mine, other than the holidays, December has a lot of birthdays, which is crazy. Like I said, it kind of does get kind of hectic. December time, November time, for me at least, you know. Oh yeah, John Kramer, yeah, man. Any Saw fan, yeah, for sure. That would be a must-have. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I think I've seen it. You know, it lights up. Hey man, but it might be, you know, at first it might hurt to drop that kind of money, but I guarantee you, dude, it will be worth it. I'm pretty sure it'll be worth it.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
Because yeah, I think once they move on to that deluxe, you know, more high quality, it definitely comes through. I never really liked the standard one they came out with, the foam one. I was kind of turned off because it was foam, but it, you know, it wasn't the biggest issue. Being foam, $200 is not bad. But the way it looks, dude, I don't know. It looks weird. Like the sculpt, I don't know. It's just weird. I think it also depends the copy. Of course, to mass produce Billy Puppet, mass produce by Trick or Treat Studios. So I guess maybe the only ones I've seen that are kind of crap. But other than the foam material it's made out of, the sculpt on it, wasn't the biggest fan of it. I definitely would have had it in my collection if it was a lot more promising. But I'm pretty sure a lot of Saw fans definitely went after that one and were able to acquire that one because that's literally the only, you could say, cheapest affordable Billy is that Trick or Treat Studios version, the foam one. But yeah, dude, that new one, that new deluxe one, I want to see it like up close, you know. Like I said, I saw it like at a collectibles shop, but they had it like all the way on top. If it's the same one, that we're talking about, and it was like in the box, but yeah, a high quality Billy puppet. That's like one of my dream pieces, man. For sure, most definitely. Like I said, if I had all the money in the world and I had a chance to get a high quality Billy or Chucky, I'll go with Billy, because yeah, really. Check this out, John Kramer. That's my latest bust display, the pig mask. I threw on the robe, the Trick or Treat Studios robe. I was gonna do a custom test for that too. Maybe down the line I'll do one. The robe runs quite small, but I think I can make something out of it. I also want to do the blade, Jigsaw's blade. I think a cosplay wouldn't be complete without it. So yeah, man. Like I said, October might be over with, but we still got more. We still got a lot more stuff coming up, man. Like I said, I'm gonna continue with some of these cosplays, costume tests, and on top of that, little side videos that are gonna be coming out. But hey, man, we're gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna wrap up the October month, Halloween night. What time is it? Pretty much midnight over here. But yeah, guys, like I said, I know I'm on here kind of late. Halloween ends in about 8 minutes, man. Unfortunately, but it's great to wrap it up. It's great to wrap it up with you guys. I think I'm gonna should we just wait till it's 12 a.m.? We got a few more minutes to go. We're gonna wait a few more minutes. Once we hit 12, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end the live. Why not? Let's wrap up October 31st together, man. The only way. I think that's the right way. You know, a few minutes really isn't nothing. We got what's his name? Don Shanks, who played Myers in H5. That mask, dude. And yeah, for some reason I do own the Halloween 5 mask right there. Probably a costume test for that one as well, too. Because why not? You know, it's part of the tradition. But yeah, for sure, I might do an updated Halloween 4 costume test before we get to like Halloween 5 or anything like that. You know what I mean? So, John Kramer, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. You know what? I was kind of disappointed with the Jigsaw robe, Trick or Treat Studio. I hope they give us an update. That's one thing I really hope Trick or Treat Studios gives us an update on. One of my videos that I was gonna upload this month, that I had planned for this month, was 5 masks I would love to see Trick or Treat Studios produce. But it was strictly masks. But a new updated Jigsaw robe definitely should be on that list. Because yeah, the one they released really isn't. The quality is okay. It feels like, you know, cheap costume material, which is not the biggest deal, but what really, you know, what really bothers me about it, or not bother me, but really is a bummer, is that it just runs small, dude. For some reason, they did like a one size fits all, but you know, there's no way that would fit like a regular. It's like like a medium size. I don't even think it fits like a large, you know. But hey, on display, it looks pretty. It looks pretty cool, man. Even through on the hood. Like I said, I was trying to get like a custom test going, at least a short one. I don't want it to be too up close where, you know, the robe is too tight looking where it's distracting, you know. But yeah, for sure. But I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something with the robe, a little custom test or whatever. Uh, Donald Pleasant, man. Definitely been through shit through the whole franchise. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna watch Halloween 6 after. I'm gonna pop in the DVD because they're not playing on the Fear Fest thing. You gotta buy it. You literally gotta pay to watch H6 on Miramax or HBO, whatever that shit is. Quick second, guys.
National Guard will take him to a maximum security facility, where he'll stay till the day he died.
Never die.
All right, take her back to the clinic.
Oh no, the 31st is coming to an end. But you know what, guys? I really didn't plan to go live right now. It was a spare of the moment. But I actually was planning to go live tomorrow. Probably do like a Halloween hangover live or something like that. I'll probably do that tomorrow. You know, once we get, you know, obviously a little bit earlier in the day, so we could have more people tune in, man, and you know, let us know how their Halloween went. Like I said, I know it's a little late right now, so really wasn't expecting much. But hey, it's cool to have a nice handful of you guys on here, for sure. I was also live yesterday when I did the Scream 7 trailer. I kind of ended it quick because I had to go. Like right after that live stream. This ending is just so. You got the man in black, you know. Because of this ending is why we got all this crap in H6, because, you know, it shows Michael with the tattoo, right? The thorn tattoo. And they had to obviously fill in the gaps in H6. So yeah, H5 was the beginning of the downfall, if you ask me, you know. I remember watching this ending, man, as a kid, like, just like, what, you know. The score, man, Alan Howarth, the scores are great in all of them, even 6. Since I had just done the costume test for 6, I was going through the soundtrack, the score of Halloween 6. A lot of good stuff, man. Alan Howarth. What's next? Oh, the original's playing next. Yeah, man, it's a wrap. It's 12 a.m. It's November 1st. Damn, that sucks.
Continues next.
But hey, man, another year counted down, man. And all we could do is look forward to next October. But you guys know how we roll here, man. It literally feels like October the whole year, So yeah, it is a bummer October's over, but at the same time it's like, you know, we keep the spirits alive here, man. We keep the vibe here alive. Either it's the middle of the summer, middle of Christmas time, man. We definitely always got it on lock here, man, when it comes to Halloween horror, hangover live. Yeah, I might do that. You know what? Tomorrow there's gonna be like AMC Fear Fest. They have like a certain marathon going on. I don't know if it's the Halloween movies, or I think it might be a few different movies from the 80s. But yeah, it's called like a Halloween hangover marathon. So that's where I got that from. I might do that tomorrow. Halloween hangover, especially since it feels good. It's Friday, dude. It feels good that it's Friday, because I was just starting to think about tomorrow. Oh shit, what am I gonna get into? But then I realized it's Saturday, so that's dope, dude. Like I said, probably gonna do some regular, get some regular stuff out of the way, man. Here at the house, grocery shopping, all that regular stuff, right, man? And I'll definitely try to get a live cracking for tomorrow, man. Halloween hangover, yeah, because just to see the aftermath, of October 31st. Hopefully we get more people in the audience, on the chat. Tell us a little bit more about their day. But hey, it'll be pretty cool. Imagine tomorrow, more people tune in, and all this time, because I don't know if it's just me, dude. I'm expecting for people to like have these major plans, right? But nah, man. I think we're all chilling. So it'll be pretty cool if, like, let's say tomorrow, more people join in, and we start talking right about our Halloween, and people let us know that they had spent their Halloween chilling at home like we did. That'll be pretty cool, because yeah, I like I said, I'm kind of expecting for people to have plans, but also, I'm not like really expecting for people to like tune in and give us like their whole whatever they did. Who knows? Maybe some people, gonna wake up hangover tomorrow and tell us a little bit about their Halloween night. But yeah, man, definitely earlier in the day, probably afternoonish. I'll probably set it up. The live, schedule it. But yeah, definitely look forward to that, you guys. Tomorrow, Halloween hangover live stream. We'll definitely try to. I'll definitely try to. I kind of was thinking doing like a live, maybe tomorrow. We'll see what's up. Kind of like organizing the collection and being on live. I think I could do that. I don't think I'll lose focus. Especially, I want to like take out like my box of like DVDs, and we'll just go through them. Little stuff like that. Maybe hang up a poster. I have a poster, dude, I've been having in the closet for a while now, and I've been trying to put it on the frame of the Scarface poster. We might do that on live. So yeah, man, for sure. Tomorrow has a lot to offer us. Hopefully we get some of you guys tuned in for tomorrow. Appreciate you, Johnny. Appreciate you tuning in like always, man. Had a great time on here tonight. Damn, 90 minutes. I really was not expecting that. But hey, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you guys wrapping up the 31st with me right here on the live. It was just meant to be. It was just meant to be. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Definitely will be going live tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. We'll chop it up a little bit more. And I'm probably end up watching Halloween 6 right now, man. I think I got one more in me. I don't think I'll probably knock out right now. I think I got another movie in me. So Halloween 6 is the movie of the night. So shout out to all of you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your night. For sure, John Kramer rules. No worries at all, bro. No worries at all. You know, it really isn't. You know, really isn't the biggest deal. You know, you definitely got to take care of some business, man. Do what you got to do. But I mean, I appreciate you though. Tuning in tonight. Iconic. And it's a wrap, you guys. It's November 1st. It's the Michael Myers signing out.